So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands up if it has ever occurred to you that Lord of the Rings, you know, that great franchise a lot of us love, we grew up watching it, we still watch it today because it is that good, but put your hands up if it has ever occurred to you that Lord of the Rings is racist. The pause was because I didn't even want to say it out loud, but that is a story going around right now. Now I imagine most of you didn't put your hands up. I'm sure maybe, just maybe, there is a woke liberal who has clicked on this video. I don't know why you've clicked on it, but you have put your hand up. Oh yeah, that's for you know what, Lord of the Rings, it is racist. Click off this video because it's not for you. Get out. But there is a story going around, coming out of England, where students are now being taught that Lord of the Rings is offensive. And why is it offensive? Because, again, apparently, it's racist. It demonizes people of color. So let's get into this one. My brain cells are already hurting. Before we do, make sure to leave a like rating if you're new. Hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video, and let's get into this article, shall we? Oh, by the way, let me know if you also like the more unfiltered, unscripted videos. I literally have nothing planned for this. We're just doing it straight off the dome. So let me know in the comment section. But the Telegraph have reported students shall not pass unless they accept Lord of the Rings is offensive. Yes, that is really the headline. University course suggests Tolkien's treatment of evil characters follows a tradition of anti-African antipathy. Right. A university is teaching students that Tolkien demonizes people of color in the Lord of the Rings books. Oh, I can't believe it. A history module called Decolonizing... What? A history module called Decolonizing Tolkien et al. Taught at the University of Nottingham. Don't go there if you're applying there. But they have used a text that says orcs and other dark-skinned characters in the trilogy are victims of ethnic chauvinism. What am I reading out loud? You know, I actually think my brain cells are a victim of this insanity, so I think we should all feel sorry for me. Maybe get a GoFundMe started or something. That's what people do these days, right? But Dr. Onyeka Nubia, a historian and writer who leads the module, argues that Eastern races in the fictional realm of Middle-earth are depicted as evil, while fairer-skinned peoples of the West are shown as virtuous. You know, the fact that you've sat down, or somebody out there has sat down, looked at Lord of the Rings, they've read the books, maybe watched the films as well, and they've gone, yeah, you know what? I see the racism here. Like, these people are looking for racism in anything, absolutely anything. That is concerning. It is insane. Absolutely insane. No one, since the dawn of Lord of the Rings being created, has sat there and gone, actually, I think Tolkien is demonizing people of color, until October 2025. And here we are. In the module's core text, Dr. Onyeka writes that maligned peoples include Easterlings, Southrons, and men from Herat. The trilogy also features the dark-skinned orcs, evil creatures that do the bidding of Sauron, known as the Dark Lord. Alright, well done, you've read the story. Where's the racism? Because I can't find it. It adds that Tolkien's treatment of the fictional races shares in a tradition of anti-African antipathy, in which people from Africa are painted as the natural enemy of the white man. Yeah, I have genuinely read that out loud. No, again, the fact that you've sat there, read Lord of the Rings, watched Lord of the Rings, and you've seen the orcs, and you've thought to yourself, yes, that is black people. That is people of color. You're the racist one, not anybody else. And it's not just Lord of the Rings. Oh, I couldn't stop at Lord of the Rings, could they? No. The module also examines racial issues in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The Calaman in C.S. Lewis's fantasy novel have long been seen by some as exhibiting Oriental stereotypes. They are described as cruel people with long beards and orange-coloured turbans. Wow. It breaks my heart. It really, I just can't imagine what people are going through. It is so offensive. It really is. Students of the course in Nottingham will also learn to repopulate the canon of British myth and legend. Here we go. Dr. Nubia, an occasional contributor to the BBC, right, provided articles saying medieval England had diverse populations and Africans lived there. Really? But ethnic chauvinism was evident in literature, and that the tradition persisted in the works of Tolkien and Lewis. Shut the front door, man. This is so hard to read. He claims in the core module text that Shakespeare's work helped to promote a vision of a fictional mono-ethnic English past. Are we just coming for everything right now? Can nobody have anything these days? Or has everything got to be labelled as racist? His plays are said to be problematic for missing direct references to Africans living in England, creating the illusion of racial homogeneity in England. Do I carry on reading this article or not, or have we had enough of this? I think we've had enough of this, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what's concerning? Right, number one, that somebody thinks this way. Like, that should concern everybody. But number two, we know university students aren't the brightest of people these days. Let's be honest. You know, you go to university and you think to yourself, yeah, I'm paying thousands of pounds to be taught all of this knowledge. So what you're being taught, you're going to take as the gospel, right? Which is why we're seeing a lot of this woke ideology in education. It is absolutely everywhere. You know, the students just eat it up and then they go out into the real world and then spread the message. But people are genuinely going to be sat in those classrooms and now thinking, yeah, you know what? I never realised this. Lord of the Rings does actually demonize people of colour. Oh my god. So they're going to be sat next to someone in the future who goes, you know what? I actually think Lord of the Rings was a great franchise. And they're going to lose their minds. What? Do you not know it demonizes people of colour? It's actually racist. That's what is concerning. People with this radical leftist mindset are teaching students this sort of messaging. It's wrong. And I want to read out this post on X that I found related to this whole story, and I agree with it. They're not just coming for Tolkien, they're coming for your culture. University of Nottingham is now teaching that Tolkien demonized people of colour in The Lord of the Rings. Yes, you heard me right, Middle-earth is now racist. Orcs, Easterlings, Southrons are victims of ethnic chauvinism. And it doesn't stop there. They're dragging Shakespeare, Milton, Lewis one by one. Yes, we can't have anything these days. Every single thing is now offensive. Forget education, this is cultural demolition. The goal isn't to re-examine the past, it is to poison it. To strip stories of their meaning until they become something you're ashamed to love. Yeah, if you've ever read Lord of the Rings, if you've ever watched Lord of the Rings, you will know how ridiculous it sounds for somebody to go, oh, it's offensive, it demonizes people of colour. First they redefine the words, then they rewrite the history. Yes, this is what it's all about as well, rewriting history, rewriting the narrative. And finally, they tell you what you're allowed to believe. This isn't a debate about orcs, it's war over who owns your culture. Yeah, they're trying to rewrite the narrative, rewrite history, put their own woke messaging into everything. They want to tell people what they can like and what they can't like, what to believe, what not to believe. And it's just sad that we have reached the point where people in universities are being taught that Tolkien demonized people of colour in The Lord of the Rings. It blows my mind. It really does. How this was even allowed to go through, how this was even greenlit, is beyond me. I mean, what else can they label as racist and offensive? What else is left at this point? They've now taken Lord of the Rings. What's next? Bob the Builder? Scooby-Doo? Horrid Henry? Tracy Beaker? Who knows? Tomorrow we'll find out. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this insane story. What are your thoughts on a historian at the University of Nottingham? A historian. Yeah, what a joke. Teaching students, nonetheless, that Tolkien demonized people of colour in Lord of the Rings. I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, share this video, but until next time, it has been your host JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace. You know what I'm going to do now? I am going to stop recording. I might not even edit, but what I am going to do is watch Lord of the Rings. Every single one. Every single one.